tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Shani. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm the mother of two kids, Joa, who's almost 9, and Selah, who's almost 12. I am the founder and CEO of Possip. We are a company that helps schools and districts get feedback from their families, students, and staff. And I think that's it.
As a working mom and a manager, what advice do you have for people who are hiring and managing women who are pregnant or moms?
I mean, just make sure that you have the type of relationship where they'll tell you what state they're in, what they need, and that they feel like they can be honest with you. I had a couple of employees, especially the pandemic one, who was like, based on what was being required for her husband's job and her work, she needed to scale back to 80%. I had another one who needed to just say like, hey, I really can't work really the next 4 months. I want to stay here, but I can't work for the next 4 months. And so if you don't have the type of open and honest conversations where they feel like they can just come to you with their challenges, you risk losing them altogether, especially some really great people. So that's one. And I would say that means, like, I think also structurally in your systems, how can you create a company that has places where people can like either stay on the freeway or kind of pull off to the side for a little bit. So creating systems and structures where there is that flexibility for people based on what they're able to do. I think that requires being also really intentional about, we talk about succession planning a lot, but also like, what's the kind of interim succession planning, like not assuming someone's going to have to leave, but that they might need to step aside. And so who else knows how to do their job, or like who else can take that on? And so I think if we get into that practice, that'll also make things like maternity and paternity leave seem less stressful. Because I think right now, no one creates systems like that. We all just assume like one person is like the superhero who does like all the jobs. And so I think if we kind of think more systematically, I think we'll have structures that'll support better policies for women. And I think creating just a culture for all of your employees, whether they're moms or not, where they have interests and hobbies and things that are outside of work, such that, I think for all employees, that just makes it a better place because they bring those insights and ideas into the workplace. People don't feel guilty of like, one person's going to go pick up their kid from school, but someone else might go because they're like, teaching a yoga class. I think it's really building that kind of culture for all employees will really help. And it'll help moms not feel guilty if they know that like they're not the only ones leaving for something.
Are there any kind of national policies or corporate policies that you wish to become norms that would kind of affect the most change for women, for working moms?
Part of what I'm thinking about, I don't know what the policy is, but I'll say this. As a company that employs a lot of people in a lot of different places, it's just really, as a small business too, it's just really expensive and really cumbersome, the amount of compliance you have to do for registering people when they work in different states. And so I think part of why that's not good for women is because sometimes women have to move. And so there are like places where we like might have someone who's working with us who we want to continue working, but they're going to go into a new state. And what will be required of us for us to have an employee in that new state is like a whole bunch of things that we can't do. And so I just think if there was like policies that help make it easier for employees to have flexibility in terms of interstate employment, I think that would be a huge help for women and for moms. So that's one policy. We do, and I know this wouldn't work for everyone, but we do, kind of that unlimited vacation, like basically take what you need. And that's worked for us well. And I just think that's something that other companies should consider. Yeah, I think those are a couple of things that come to mind.